Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Art of Communicating, and you are in the program of Master Your Communication Skills in Just 10 Days. Today is class 5. Before stepping into class 5, let's do a small recap of all the four classes which we had done. In class 1, we were discussing about vocabulary, about words. It's all about how we use the words in our daily life. I hope you are adding up words in your book. It's just not about adding in your book, it's all about usage. The more you use it, it becomes easier and you become, those words become very familiar when you speak English. That's the ultimate goal of vocabulary. Then class 2, we're discussing about phrases. People always think I cannot speak English, I have a problem of grammar. So just to avoid that, for the beginners, we thought about how to use phrases on a daily life. Phrases will help you to speak even without a grammar knowledge. So people who have a fear of grammar, the phrases will help out. See, until unless you put into practice, nothing comes easy. So class 3, we're discussing about some common English words which has been borrowed from our regional languages. That also is one way to make your communication more easier. And in class 4, we were discussing about the usage of do and does. And today in class 5, we are going to tell you, or we are going to talk about some common errors that happens while we speak in English. Sometimes it's a lack of knowledge, or sometimes maybe intentionally, or something, they have some reasons. There are lots of ways to improve our communication. Never ever think that all are expert in English, because sometimes error do happen when we speak. So let us see the some common errors which can be avoided if you put little effort. So let me share the screen. Yeah, I hope here you are seeing it. Okay, done. So while talking to people, we just flow in the English. Yeah, to a certain stage, we notice our mistakes. Sometimes others notice our mistakes. That's a point where people stop speaking in English. Nothing to worry. All are not expert, as I told you before. Errors are mistakes. It's possible, but learn from your mistakes. So these are some common errors while speaking in English. See, while I was studying, this is the way we need to speak. While I was studying, when you're using the helping verb called was is an helping verb in past continuous tense. When you're using was, because the action is, the subject is doing an action while I was studying. When you're using was, the verb should be in ing form. I see some people talking like this, while I was studied. How does studied come? When you're using studied, it is actually a simple past tense. When you're using the helping verb of was or were, when the subject is doing an action, the verb should be in ing form. Let's go with another one. I came is as simple as that. But some people complicate by saying like this, I was came. Or some people say I was come. Because when I say past tense, people mindset is that second form verb, and was also is a helping verb. So the function of was and were, if the subject is doing an action, it will be in ing form. Here, I came is the best answer. Very simple, I came. Whereas when I was came, it doesn't hold good. I had worked, or you can say I worked. One is I had worked is a past perfect, and I worked is a simple past tense. But have you heard people talking like this? I was worked. See, here in all the cases, the subject is doing the action. When you say I had worked, मैंने काम किया था, ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಸಂಜೆ. When you say I was worked, it was like someone forced you to work. You don't want to do that. This is called as a passive voice. Okay, but right now I don't want to complicate things here. I was worked, like somebody has forced you to do that particular work. So not required. Let us take out this word from I was worked is wrong. I had worked, because in all these three cases, subject is doing the action. Next, have you heard people saying, did you went? For example, there was a party, ask me next day, did you went to the party? So fast they speak. See, went is a second form of verb. Did is a helping verb in the past tense. So when you say did you went, you're using two past tense. How is it possible? To indicate as a past tense, you are using the helping verb called did. So when you're using a helping verb did here, the verb should not be second form. It should be in first form, like did you go? I hope you're getting clear. Please do practice this. It's a very common error which you have been doing it. It doesn't matter how many times you practice. It has to be taken. It has to be used while talking. People keep writing, 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 but while talking, they never take care of how the usage is. The next one here, did you wrote? Again, right? Did is a helping verb. Wrote is a main verb, second form. How is it possible? You can use two things. So here it's wrong. It should be like, did you write? Right? You're using helper. Let's go for the next one. I don't know nothing. What do you mean by this? I don't know. Okay, fine. Nothing. Does it sound good? Like he knows something, but not fully. This is wrong. Rather saying I don't know nothing, or you can also say I know nothing. When you're using I don't know nothing, it's wrong. You can say it as I don't know anything. That sounds better. Here, I didn't cried when I saw the movie. I didn't cried. As usual, I told you before, did is a helping verb. When did comes in picture, the verb should be only in the first form, not in the past tense form. So it should be like, wrong here. I didn't cry when I saw the movie. I hope you're getting it. The next one is Anu and I are going to gym. Anu and I. See, it should be like, Anu and me, sorry, Anu and me are going to gym. Is it correct? Right? Me doesn't, it's here, it's a subject, right? Subject noun. And here you cannot get the object pronoun. You have to get the subject pronoun. Like, Anu and I are going to gym, not Anu and me are going to gym. You cannot use object pronoun. You have to get the subject pronoun. Let us go with another more sentences. Hope it's getting clear. Have you seen people telling say me your name? Say something like expressing your ideas. Okay, say me now. It's like that. When you're asking somebody, you have to ask them, tell me your name, not say me your name. Right? Let's go to the next one. It was a blunder and mistake. What do you mean by blunder and what do you mean by mistake? Both are same. The meaning of blunder is mistake. You're using two words. It was a blunder. It's another word. In the place of blunder, another word is mistake. Either you say it was a mistake or it was a blunder. You need not put both together. Here, it was a blunder. The next one, this is a very, very common error which we all have been doing. Most of them are doing it, even sometimes when I do it. So I really make a note of all this and then start using it properly. It may take some time, but still, the more you spend your time in correcting yourself, you will really get better in communication. Have you seen? Let us cope up with the new manager. Let's cope up with the new manager. Is it correct? Have you heard this word called cope up? It's kind of adjust with, right, with the new manager, right? It's wrong. So how do you say this? Let's cope up. Up. Take out this word called up. Remove that verb, that up. So let's cope with the new manager. Please do not use cope up. It doesn't, because you cannot use both together. Cope up and with. Let's cope with the new manager. Even here it happens. The mail also I say, I will revert back. Or some people say, I will reply back to you. What is the meaning of revert or what's the meaning of reply? Right? Coming back to you. So why do you want to say back? Again, you can say, I will revert to you, or you can say, I will reply. The sentence is wrong. It can be said as, I will revert or I will reply to you. Most of them have the confusion of how to use look, see, and watch. Because in my class, they asked me this question, ma'am, how do we use this look? How do we use this see? And how do you watch? How do you use a word called watch? It looks very, all these three words has a very common meaning in our original language, but it's quite different. Look is to look at something directly. Look at this, like you're not focusing here and it's saying, look at this thing. You're just pulling, diverting it over here. See, it's normal. To see something that comes into our sight that we aren't looking for, it's just casually, okay, I just see many things in my life. I don't see that. Not, we're not focusing on that. No worries, I'll be giving example for all this. Then watch is watch out carefully, right? So look is gentle, like look at something directly, and see is just a casual way. Watch is putting your full sight in it. Watch, to look at something carefully, usually at something that's moving. See, watch it, we say that in that way. So examples here: stop looking at my personal journal. If somebody's looking at my diary or something, I say, come on, stop looking at my personal journal. And here, I can't let anyone watch what I'm doing. Like they're looking into my person very keenly, right? I can't let anyone watch what I'm doing. I don't play kabaddi, but love to see the match. This is another way. I don't play kabaddi, but love to see the match. So these are some common errors which we have been doing generally. There's nothing that which we don't make mistakes, but this should not stop you from speaking. Everyone does mistake while talking. Even in our regional language, we do mistakes. Now, don't think that I need to be expert. If it's a 3 months course or 2 months course, don't wait the course to complete. Keep talking when the course is going on so that you can correct yourself. I've seen many people in my institute also. People say, "Ma'am, I'll talk to you the next month. I'll talk to you next month." Only the month keeps going, but I don't see them putting their effort in doing it. Do not feel shy. Did you see the common errors while speaking? Even we do it. Even I do it. So mistakes are common. So do not get scared of mistakes, and do not get scared of people's judgment. People always judge. It's very easy to say, and people, they sometimes they laugh. Let them laugh as much as they want, but your ultimate goal is to speak. Learn to correct yourself by mistakes. Do not stop it because people are laughing, and don't give a mindset that no, I can't do it. Even if you're failing, it's not your failing. You're trying to do n number of attempts. Keep doing it till you reach your goal. It may, even the process may be going slow, but your interest should not go. If you're tired, relax yourself and then bounce back and start your courses. I hope this will help out. If you just go to Google, you can still find out more and more, but try to be conscious about your sentence formation, and you can get confident only by practicing n number of times. Repeat it, repeat and repeat and repeat till you get success. Don't stop with one or two three sessions. People always saying, okay, I'll practice once twice. No, especially vocabulary. I believe you are adding up lots of inputs to your book, but how many of you are practicing using those words? You may not use all those words at a time. Probably you may use it certain things and which may not come at the particular moment. Just open the book and check out where you're done, and that's one way. You need to maintain a separate book for that, which it'll help you a lot. Phrase is fine. So I'm doing bit and bit of grammar so that you can understand. I don't want to complicate things in just 10 days, right? So there's only a sample sessions. You'll be having a live interactive session, and it's a paid session. Whoever interested can click below the link, the WhatsApp link, which you can have more details in the WhatsApp sessions. You need to have interactive. Whatever you learn, somebody should validate, and you should have an environment to speak. So for that reason, we have made up a live interactive session for 1 month. Every day you're going to have 1 hour interactive session with the trainer, which will help you a lot to gain more confidence. Put your effort, keep trying. I'm sure this 10 days class will really be helpful. If you think that you are comfortable with this trainer, or if you're comfortable with my sessions, please do register yourself in WhatsApp, and we will discuss further about how to take about the live interactive sessions. And meanwhile, do not forget to subscribe my channel so that you will be getting notifications of my postings every day at 8:30. And also have added up the playlist so that you don't miss any of the classes. So tomorrow I'll come up with another session, the classics. So until then, it's your Anuradha Shri, your career communication coach, signing off. Thank you. God bless you.